Hello everyone, welcome to a video about the OOPS rules. The OOPS rules are a set of rules or guidelines that should help to make you organize and think in such a way that risk of contamination is minimized. They will make you think about what you're going to do and to pay attention to what you're doing to avoid contamination. So let's start with the first O, organization. Before you start working, clean the whole space with 70% ethanol and think about what you're going to do. So read the manual, know what experiment you're going to do, and then decide what you need. So for now, for example, I know I will need my cells, and then I will need some water to wash my cells, or PBS. So the first thing that I do is I grab the water and I clean it with some ethanol. Part of organization is things that you need, you put them close to you, up front. Whatever you do not need, you leave at the back. So as you can see, all the pipette tips, Eppendorf tubes, the bottle of water that I need, it's all at the back where it's not disturbing my workflow. Part of organization is also, if you need to pipette something in a plate, and let's say that it's cells, for example, I sterilize my needle, I suck out the liquid out of there, and then my cells are dry. So you want to work quickly. I will explain this in the video about removing cell media, but for now know that our cells are in this plate and they're drying up. So I need to work quickly. I grab my pipette and I go to pipette the water. And oh, the bottle is still closed. I cannot open it with one hand. Now I need to use both hands, and I'm risking actually touching anything else or contaminating the pipette. You do not want to do this. Part of organization is thinking ahead, and if you know you need to use your liquid or whatever beforehand, loosen the bottle cap. So you loosen the bottle cap, you put it a little bit at the back, and then you can do whatever you need to do, because when you need it, you can use one hand and easily open it like that. So that's part of organization. Think ahead, think what do I need and when do I need it. For the second O, it's about open bottles and open plates, anything that's open. Right now, the only sterile thing in this laminar flow cabinet, even after cleaning with 70% ethanol, the only clean thing is the downflow of air coming from above. That's the only truly sterile thing. If I have a plate with cells and I leave it open like this, never ever go with your hands over it like this. You're risking contamination of your cells just by going over it. When you open something, after you're done with it, immediately close it and place it at the back. The same goes for bottles. If I open a bottle, because I need it, one, the cap, put it looking upwards. Because if you put it like this, even after cleaning with 70% ethanol, you cannot guarantee that it's 100% sterile. So don't do it like this, do it looking up. And then I have an open bottle here. Of course, part of organization is knowing I don't need it right now, so I leave it back here. But if it's around here, do not leave it open like this and then go over the bottle to grab your pipettes or anything. There's a big no-no. Do not leave open bottles and do not go over anything that's open, plates or bottles, with your hand or arm. For the next letter of the OOPS rules, we have pipette tips, which is just a reminder for yourself, always keep an eye out on the pipette tips. So if we have here our blue pipettes and we need to pipette anything, always keep an eye out on the tip. If I'm working and then by accident I touched the plate, or I touched this or the bottle or anything, just discard it. It's not sterile anymore, you don't want to risk contamination. Always keep an eye out on the pipette tip. Of course, this also counts for the serological pipettes. This is why organization is that important. Imagine you didn't open the bottle, and then you're having difficulty with one hand, and then you go to use both hands, and you move this around, and then you forget that you're actually moving this around. You might touch a glass, you might touch the table, and then it's contaminated. And that's actually kind of a waste to do that. So keep an eye out on the tip of the pipettes. And then the last letter of the OOPS rules, the S, is for sterile. And I've already been mentioning this throughout the whole video. It's part of the OOPS rules, but it's an integral part of working with cell culture, working sterile, working clean. So all the other letters should help you to work sterile. If you think that there's a possibility that something might have been contaminated, just treat it as contaminated, throw it away and get a new one. Clean anything that you bring from the outside with ethanol. So anything that the assistants give you, anything that you grab yourself, like a bottle of water. If you need a new box of pipette tips or epidural tubes, clean them as well. Just clean everything with ethanol before introducing it inside. If you take the AquaJet or one of the pipettes outside of the laminar flow cabinet and then bring it back inside, clean it before doing that. The only things that you don't clean are plates and the serological pipettes, but aside from that, please, I repeat, clean everything before you introduce it in the laminar flow cabinet. Use a single pipette tip or a serological pipette for one action, and if you need to repeatedly pipette something, discuss with the assistants or try to think a little bit for yourself. What are we piped in? Can I pipette multiple milliliters into different wells? Think about it, but if you're not sure, just use different pipette tips, use different serological pipettes. The most important thing is to work sterile. And if you keep these rules in mind, if you keep the OOPS rules in mind, then hopefully we can avoid as many oops moments during the practical. Good luck.